Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2025 Audi S8. This model is finished off in Daytona Gray Pearl. MSRP with the executive, luxury, and black optics package is just over $137,000. So we have a pretty much fully loaded, ultra luxury focused sedan from Audi. And we will start off with what this is powered by. Underneath the hood, you will find the 4-liter twin-turbo V8. This is paired to an 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 563 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque. Sent through the all-wheel drive system, this nearly 5,100-pound sedan can do 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. Top speed is 155 miles an hour. Now, as we move on to the exterior styling, you'll notice with the black optics package, there will be a lot of gloss black on the exterior. So you'll see it's on the Audi badge. It's also on the surround for the hexagonal grille. There's a forward-facing camera, all the parking sensors, and then a few sensors up front for all of those tech features with adaptive cruise control. You'll notice there's some more inlets. There's also headlight washers, LEDs for all of the lighting too, more gloss black in those lower trim accents there. Plenty of cutouts too in the entire front end, and then two distinctive lines coming down the hood, meeting the top points of that grille. Now this also has a really nice design for these wheels and massive brake calipers with the S badge on them. You'll notice gloss black for the mirror caps. These are power folding. There's a camera and a turn signal. It's on all of the window trim too. And then there's also dual pane sunroof up top. And then you'll notice very nice lines running down the side, more gloss black near the lower side skirt there. Very nice crisp edges, especially at the height of the door handles, and then leading all the way back to the LED taillights there, where it does run through the trunk lid there. This has a backup camera, all the parking sensors, and then the quad tip dual exhaust. Now you can use the button on the key fob or the electronic release underneath to gain access to the cargo space. Now you do have a little bit of storage on this left side. With the executive package, back seats do not fold down because they recline, which I will show you, but you do have that cutout right in the middle if you need to use that. Now you do have a spare tire, a little bit of storage underneath if you need to use it, and then several tie-down hooks too. And then two buttons up top to close and lock the vehicle. Now if you do lock it, you can grab any door handle to lock or unlock this vehicle. And then the back seats are very luxury focused. You have a few sunshades that you can adjust. There's Alcantara, you have memory seating adjustments, and you can recline these seats. There's also all of your window controls. You can pop the sunroof, and you have a sunshade adjustment, and then a little bit of storage in the back section, as well as plenty of storage in the lower section there. Now, in order to gain access to those controls for your rear passengers, let's start this up, and we can make our way back now, where you will see there's a lot of space for your legs here. At 5'10", I can almost fully recline myself without the seat being in that farthest position. So you can use that to further recline the seat, still giving you plenty of legroom, which is really nice. Now up top, you'll notice there's ambient lighting. There's also mirrors that you can use. You have lights on both sides, Alcantara for the headliner there. And then right in the middle, there's air vents with a fan speed, and you also have two 12 volts that you can pop out. Now this is where you have a lot more controls to go through. You can get into your seats where they are massaging. You have heated and ventilated seats too, and a few adjustments to go through. You have all of your lighting, blinds that you can go into, so there's 4 in the rear, and then a few other settings there to get into. You can also pull up all of your temperature icons as well. So quite a lot. All of your seat adjustments are just behind that, and then you get some storage with some auxiliaries. There's that cutout into the back, and then you can also fold this up and have a middle passenger if you need to. But you have a lot of space. I even have 2 or 3 inches of headroom too, which is great to see. And these seats, or these doors, also have the soft close feature. So if you don't close it all the way, it will of course go the rest of the way for you. Now the door panel up front is very similar to the rear. We have all these very nice materials, memory seats. Side mirrors are also heated as well. And then we are greeted with a solid and perforated leather steering wheel. Now on this left side, you have controls for the virtual cockpit. So you can go through all of this information currently on the left side. So you'll see the right side of the screen is not moving, but you can quickly go through all of this. Now, if you push on view, you can minimize your tach and miles per hour, and now you can look at all this information in full screen. So especially if you are looking at the navigation, you can bring that up to view that easier. Now on the right side, there's volume tuning, Bluetooth and voice commands. There's also paddle shifters, and then your cruise control stock on the left. Now you have headlight adjustments along with a fan speed for that fan there. You do have a head-up display. And then when the vehicle is off, there's actually a cover to hide away these in the middle, so it gives it a nice seamless look. Underneath that, you have one of two screens where you have several icons that you can get into. So just depending on what you need to use. And you also have shortcuts on this left side. They do have the haptic feedback, so you can hear them and feel it once you click on what is desired. Now underneath that, there's engine start stop, parallel parking. You can set up shortcuts for the navigation. There's the rear sunshade, head-up display, and you can turn that upper screen off. Now underneath that, all of the climates, even the heated and ventilated seats, you have your temperature, fan speed. You can even get into your heated steering wheel and adjust your rear climates from up front. You do have shortcuts into drive select, so the different driving modes, along with being able to raise and lower this vehicle as it does have the adaptive suspension. Now there's traction control, you have a few defrosters, and you can also pull up the camera system. So this has the 3D view, so you can swipe around it, or you can get into certain angles here just by opening these up. So you can get into all of these here, which is very nice. You have the top-down view on the right side. There's also a few tech features. You can set that assistance level, and then you have volume and tuning for your audio. Now there's also cup holders. This is how you put the vehicle into reverse, and then you have drive and the ability to shift here or with those paddle shifters. E-brake is behind that. You do have a split design for the center armrest there where you have auxiliaries. You can place your phone right here, and then you have a little bit of space. You do get more space in the glove box, and then there's garage door buttons up top, dome lights, and adjustments for the sunshade and sunroof. And then here's a look at visibility. It's a long vehicle, but you have a lot of glass. So as a driver, it's very easy to see all around. And we're still in dynamic mode, second gear. Here we go. And just a mild acceleration, shifts are pretty much non-existent. You can't feel them at all. And as far as handling goes again, just at a normal rate of speed here, it definitely carries its weight very well. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the S8. We haven't seen the latest update for this model just yet with the large curved screen that is slowly starting to trickle into a lot of the Audi models. I am not sure, based on what I have heard, all of the even numbers from Audi, so S8, this even number here, might be going to just full e-tron, so the electric vehicles. I'm not 100% on that with the S8 model here with that twin turbo V8 engine. That is something that a lot of people from Audi really like to see in the performance models, all of the higher end trim levels that have this V8 engine. I really don't see them going away from that, so maybe there will be some exceptions. Some of the other models like the S6 will be going to just the e-tron model. So it will be interesting to see if this is the latest update for this car or if we will have a completely new, at least A8, S8 for the next generation. But definitely a very nice vehicle to drive. Something that you can just go on long road trips and be comfortable. This would be a great road tripping vehicle, and it has a lot of great tech to it. Obviously, you don't have to spec it this high with all of those options. And we even have the road in front of us currently at the moment. So we can see the road shape, which is pretty neat. Nothing else on the head-up display from what I've seen, just miles per hour and your speed. But a great option to go with, and hopefully they keep this V8 engine because it's very popular. Personally, I would get it. I like the power that it has to offer. And in terms of its maneuverability with all-wheel steering, let's see if we have to back up at all, because it will definitely shorten our turning radius. That is very impressive for such a long vehicle. And let's tone it down so we can go into comfort, where it will adjust the suspension slightly. That will also change on the highway too. And in comfort mode, sounds about the same. So I think it's just focused on the suspension with your driving modes there. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 Audi S8. Once again, a huge shout out to Audi Northlake for providing this sedan for me today. take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.